So how do we actually judge sneaker of the year? Back with another video, Talks with TJ, aka TJ Two Shoes Chains, Two Shoes Crew. What is going on? It is another day, another hoodie, another weekend, and it was not without its ups and downs for people in the sneaker community. So thank you so much for tuning in to this video. As always, if you are subscribed, let's make sure you engage in the comment section below. If you're brand new here and you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. But when you do that, just a little bit of housekeeping, make sure that you actually just might as well go ahead and enter all of the 5K giveaway rules, entry items that are below. So that'll all be in the description box. It's really only 5 things. It just involves Instagram and it involves YouTube. So you're already here on YouTube, okay? The video that you actually need to go comment Budget Life on and list your Instagram name, that video is below. Don't do it on this video, do it on the video that is actually down in the description box, okay? Please do that. Otherwise, you kind of disqualify yourself because it's not on that video, all right? We got to follow the rules here. But just making sure I point that out because we are very close. Like, we're over the 4,800 mark in terms of subs. So 5K is going to creep up on me soon. And I had no idea that that would actually happen this fast. But albeit, you guys can rock with me. So thank you. This video I just kind of want to have a discussion with you guys and more so hear what you think, because as we get closer to the end of the year, every single year, it doesn't matter what year it may be, we start to say, hey, what's sneaker of the year? And some YouTubers have already made this video about what they think are their top options for sneaker of the year, but I don't think sneaker of the year is really, I feel like we need categories, if that makes sense, because just to say, this is sneaker of the year, what is it based on? Now we know this is all going to be subjective unless we were going only by numbers, but then if we're only going by numbers in terms of like revenue or pairs sold, are we talking about like retail? Are we talking about the secondary market of StockX and Go? Because those can be two totally different things, because if we're talking about what sneaker simply sells the most in any given year, it's 9 times out of 10 not a sneaker you would think of. I mean, the Nike Tangent is what sells, I think, the most for them every single year. That's not a sneaker that we're clearly putting as sneaker of the year. We're talking about sneakers that, hey, really have caught our attention this year. And I mean, you could throw out some iconic Jordan sneakers that retroed and finally came back out. I really don't think that anyone would say like, hey, the Jordan 6 Black Infrared would be sneaker of the year, but it was a great release nonetheless. It did sell out immediately. Now then it restocked and I got all that. I did that video. You guys can go back on my channel and watch it. The Black Cement 4, aka the Bread 4, which I really show my age when there are kids or young adults that really don't know that it was called the Black Cement 4. Before it was called the Bread 4. I understand, like, you think bread is associated with everything. I'm not saying it's bad. Carbs are okay for you to eat, but it was called something else before it was called the Bread 4. I just need to educate you on that. Some may argue that shoe. Now, I would actually put that shoe somewhat up there in the running just because, yes, it was kind of a mass-produced GR shoe. It was all over. Every store had them. Everybody was able to get them. We had them in babies. We had them in preschool and grade school and men, and I get it. Listen, this is a shoe that a lot of people double or tripled up on. And I think maybe that's one thing that you could say as well. Hey, if somebody chose to double, triple, or even quadruple up on this shoe, would that mean that it should get some notoriety for sneaker of the year? I would say that the Black Cement 4, aka Bread 4, should really get recognition because of what it stood for and the fact that it is one of the most iconic Jordan silhouettes of all time and colorway. But I understand that collabs have taken over the sneaker community. That just is what it is. I think some things you need to accept for what they are. That's just part of being self-aware in the community that you're in. So collabs have really started to take over, whether it was Virgil Abloh with the 10 when he paired with Nike and Jordan. I don't really say that Yeezy is necessarily like a collab. He just really has his own line, and let's be honest, none of those are really hitting for a whole lot. Like the black that he came, the Black 350 V2, that was one of the best ones he's done in a while to me because I respect the earth tone vibe that he has. Every shoe starts to look the same, and it really just becomes same sneaker, different day. still too high of a price point for me, and I'm just not somebody that's into Yeezys anyway. So I don't think a Yeezy should really be in the running for Sneaker of the Year, so that means we jump back to real collabs, and I know Travis Scott's name is going to take the bank, but then it's going to be what Travis Scott should actually have Sneaker of the Year. Should it be the OG high that came out? Should it be the low? Which the low is really great quality, but I know, well, a lot of people don't choose to mess with the lows. I find it funny that everybody wanted to jump on the low bandwagon after that Travis Scott one came out, but y'all do you, boo-boo. Just go ahead and embrace the lows. I really like the pair that I got of the shattered backboard, so I think everybody should have a pair just to beat up. That's just a little side rant. But I don't think the Travis Scott Low 1 will win out for Sneaker of the Year, because I think there was just so much hype built around the OG 1 high. And then came the 6. Sneaker that caused so many grown men to lose their minds as if they didn't have anything else that they could have focused energy on. Like, I get it, you took an L, it was bad, I took L's too, I wanted the sneaker, I had the money sitting there in my account. But the first world problem that we have, we're upset that people aren't, like, we can't give away 160 plus tax or 250 plus tax. Like, just keep in perspective, that's kind of where we are. Not really that bad of a life, right? But with the sustained hype of the Travis Scott 6, like, do we think that should be Sneaker of the Year, or was it just so insanely hyped up that it just has been thrown in our faces? I'm not putting that as Sneaker of the Year. I'm not. There needs to be, well, let's just say GR of the Year, I would say Collaboration of the Year, and then I would say maybe a mix of, like, the MVP. They did it all. Without this shoe, the year wouldn't have been what it was. And I'm gonna be honest, I really do think that the Bread 11 may take the cake for that. Now, I know there's not a whole lot of talk about it right now in October, which is a good thing, because I don't want to get burnt out. I got burnt out on the Bread 4. By the time it came out, I was done, I was finished. I wanted nothing more to do with the shoe after I got it, because y'all would not shut up about it online. Like, from the promos to the commercials to the ads, just to everything. Nobody would shut up about it. And I'm really glad you guys kind of, I don't know if you took my advice, but I said this in an earlier video, which you guys can go back, and I actually gave you, hey, hints way back then in the summer, how to prepare to get your entire family Bread 11s without breaking the bank, okay? It's going to come out to like $588 if you get a men's pair, grade school pair, preschool pair, and an infant pair, and I detailed to you how to save for that. So if you didn't choose to do that, I'm sorry. Please do not go whining that you can't get the shoe when you knew that rent was going to be due like a week and a half before this shoe comes out, or literally 2 weeks before it comes out, because that'll, you know, be December 1st and the shoe comes out on the 14th. I actually think that the Bread 11 will be the Sneaker of the Year. Either that or the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 High. I think those should be the two that actually vie for Sneaker of the Year. I don't really think the 6. I'm just being honest. I think it just had more so to do with Travis Scott's name. I get that a lot of people were mad about it. It was a draw. People felt it was unfair. This is just my personal opinion. I wouldn't put that as Sneaker of the Year. I do think we need some categories, though. Like, you know, a best collab sneaker doesn't necessarily mean just because it was a really hyped collab doesn't mean that it should be Sneaker of the Year. That is just personally how I feel. But I need to know what you guys feel. So how you, within your little sneaker brain, I don't know how it works. I don't know how many little sneaker employees you have running around up there doing things for you, trying to categorize what you need, what you want, what you need to sell, what you want to go back for. Hey, listen, that's how your mind may work. How do you categorize Sneaker of the Year? Does it have to be with something that was just in your face so much you're like, yes, because that's the sneaker that when I think of 2019, that's automatically going to come to mind? Or is it something else? So please comment below. I would love to have this discussion. I love the interaction that I got with you guys during that Travis Scott, I can't talk. Travis Scott, how mad are you video that you didn't hit? So let's just go ahead, keep the conversation going. Please comment. Rock with you, appreciate you. Again, make sure that you have entered the 5K giveaway. So we're gonna be doing that soon. That is insane. Peace.